Announcer headset test 1.
And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the men's and Lady Reds from Carthage College. Starting on the guard line of 5'6" sophomore, number 10, Michaela Giammarino. A 5'7" freshman guard, number 13, Danny Calvert. A 5'5" junior guard, number 14, Morgan Harris. The other guard, a 5'8" sophomore, number 25, Bailey Gilbert. And at forward, a 5'10" sophomore, number 3, Rachel Sadlowski. The Lady Reds are coached by Tim Bernero, assisted by Maggie McCloskey-Bax, Katie Otto, and Casey Kleiner.
Welcome inside Gregory Arena. This evening has the North Central College Cardinals and the Carthage Lady Red matching up in a very important conference matchup. Both teams enter tonight 3-3, and both are desperate for a win to stay in the top half of the conference. It's an NCTV 17 production of Cardinal basketball. Kevin Jackman, Eric Gruber here on the campus of North Central College, and obviously both teams in red. The Cardinals will be donning their home whites. The Lady Red in, well, red. Opening tip is away, and the Cardinals have won it. Jamie Cooney for the Cardinals, and a lineup change as Caroline Heimerdinger coming off the bench. And into the starting lineup is the person with the basketball right now. That's Sierra O'Neal. Feed down low. Juarez put back up and in.
Looks like Paula Zorani is going to be running a lot of the one today, as she's starting at the one, so that's a big change here for the Cardinals. She's done it in the past a little bit, but not for a full-time position.
Shot from inside the three-point line is good. And that ties the game up at 2. So let's go ahead and meet the Carthage Lady Red. Rachel Sildowski, Michaela Giammarino, Maddie Kelber, Morgan Harris, and Bailey Gilbert is the starting lineup. Cardinals have already swapped their starting unit back to the bench, and the second unit out onto the floor.
With Lindsey Brennan getting that second team reps at the one. But something to look for, Kelber and Harris can really get going for this Carthage team early in the year. Harris started the game with a 38-point game against Loras. They lost by 4, but 38 points. I don't care who you're playing. That's tough.
Pretty good performance right there. With the basketball is Gilbert, and she gets called for the double dribble. So both teams come in, I mentioned 3-3 in the conference. The overall records are pretty similar as well. The Cardinals have just picked up one more victory at 9-6. The Lady Reds sit 8-6. But the story coming down the stretch will largely be told in the next week and a half as Anita Sterling gets the basket to go. The Cardinals host Carthage tonight, then they get Elmhurst, and then right back to Carthage. So Elmhurst right now is 4-2 in the conference. They're kind of clustered right there, right in the middle on that fringe of that 4th spot for the postseason in the CCIW tournament. If the Cardinals can go 2-3, 3-3, they could put themselves in good position.
And this Cardinal team going to be battling with Elmhurst and Carthage, like you said. Those are the 3 teams going to be battling for the 4th spot all season long, it looks like. And going through this 3-game stretch, you really need your seniors to step up.
Dimitrova has the ball knocked away, but the Cardinals recover it. That's Anita Sterling driving left-handed shot high off the glass and good. Back-to-back buckets for the senior leader.
I think the only downfall that you can talk about right now for North Central in conference play is their 3 wins, all against the bottom 3 in the conference. So you want to get a win against a team above you.
They've played very competitively against the top-tier teams. As Sterling trying her hand at a 3, comes up short, and now the Lady Red out and running, pushing it in transition, and a travel called. Would not have mattered because Anita Sterling got a nice piece of that basketball, but it is called on Michaela Giamarino, and another turnover right back to the Cardinals.
Here's something we haven't seen all year. Positions in the system are a huge thing to adjust to and to get to learn. Maya Wall is playing the 2 or 3, whatever you want to call it right now, and Wallner moved to the 5, so we haven't seen Walls there all season long.
Now is the time to experiment with the season on the line, trying to figure out that winning formula. Shot rattles home, pinballs in. And the Cardinals look for an answer here. They lead 6-4, 2 minutes into our game.
Cardinals have Gazafi for 3. Cardinals have a lot of seniors that contribute on this team. 4 contribute heavily, and you need them, like we said, to step up, especially with the absence of Whipple. They've played well without Whipple. Not too many games without her, but 2-1 without her. Still averaging 94 a game without her. That's, well, the 117-point outburst at Carroll. It kind of makes it a little higher, but still got to score 117 to get it.
That's been a big loss, and if you're just hearing now, Mason Whipple out for the season with an injured knee. A big loss for this team considering she was this leading scorer at the time, as Kelly Wallner takes the 3 short. And the rebound goes to the Lady Red, and now Wallner will be the lone man back on a 2-1. And nearly lost on the end line. Nice recovery by Autumn Kalis, who had checked in. And a foul on the far sideline on Paula Zerani. Gives the Carthage Lady Red the ball right back. Mady Kelber right there. And she's a freshman. You mentioned this before the game to me. You said she might be the catalyst tonight. She's leading them in scoring, just a freshman, but such an instrumental part of this team.
She was 2-time Conference Player of the Year in her high school conference, so that's pretty impressive up in Wisconsin.
I'd say so.
She had a season high. Her season high is 28. Get someone out of there. 28 points is Kelber's season high. So in guard play is the most important thing usually to break the system and kind of keep your composure. So we'll see if the freshman can handle it in her first time against it.
Jamie Cooney with a absolute swat a moment ago. Jacking up a shot, and it's Karam straight down, deflects off the rim and ahead to Shannon Ryan, who was a perfect 6 for 6 a couple of nights ago. Jamie Cooney, the 3, bounces off the rim and right into the hands of Caroline Heimerdinger. Now Ryan stares one down and drives, blocked right in the middle of the lane. Lady Red with the 3-on-2 advantage. Shot swap by Cooney again. You know, there's a bunch of volleyball players sitting right behind the Cardinal basket, and I think they know that move. It's called a spike in volleyball.
And you want to see, just going back to what you said about Shannon Ryan being 6 for 6 in their last game, she gets a wide open 3 look there and passes it up. Take that shot, 3 for 3 from 3 in her last game. Shoot the ball. She's a good shooter.
Cardinals have had a week off. They've had that time to rest up and try and ease some of the nicks and injuries that have accumulated over the season's first half. And there have been a lot of them. Certainly look rejuvenated tonight, but the shots have yet to fall. Cross-court pass, Carthage trying to stretch the Cardinals thin. A jumper from the elbow is no good. It was taken by Autumn Kalis. And now the push in transition, Natalie Dimitrova converts on the other end.
Great pass from the freshman, Brennan. Freshman to freshman.
That's exactly what Michelle Roof loves to see, but that is not on the other end. It's Morgan Vukovic all alone as Anita Sterling got absorbed in the backcourt. She dumps it off. Dimitrova again, second possession. 2 more points.
Dimitrova, she's averaging under 12 points a game in her last 3, so the freshman's really coming around. 2 career highs, or close to career highs, with 16 and 14 in 2 of those 3.
And a foul called on Anita Sterling, who had kicked her leg out to try and stop the progress to the hoop. But Dimitrova, there's been a lot of very good, I guess you could call them post players, but athletic post players. Tess Goddard comes to mind initially. She seems to be trying to carry in that mold. Thrown away, it's going to be Cardinal basketball.
And Tess was a kind of a, I don't know how to describe it, once in a
kind of an
D3
oddity
player
Yeah.
for a women's team. She didn't have the size that you would expect for her to score the way she did, but she had the athleticism. She could hang in the air, create contact, and that's rare to see at this level.
Dimitrova, just a freshman, trying to develop into a player like that as Cooney drives, banks it off the glass and in. And the Cardinals have been very aggressive trying to get to the basket tonight.
Do you think it has any thing to do with not having a 6'5" rim protector in there like last game?
I think it has everything to do in the world right now. The fact that Casey Kalenberger's not just sitting in the lane.
It's a little relief to not have that out there.
Cooney takes the quick three, and it banks off the top of the shot clock, which is considered out of play.
The Cardinals off to a good start here. They forced 32 turnovers a game, and Carthage already with 3 early ones. So it'll be interesting to see how Carthage handles this pressure throughout the whole game.
Able to break it right there. The deep pass goes to Vukovic against Cooney, who Cooney gets her third block against. She has not even played maybe a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes, and has already picked up 3. Can she pick up 3? No. In front of the rim, no good, but very aggressive on the shot selection so far.
Cooney not hitting from deep right now, but doing a good job inside.
Nice shot disruption from Diamond Calicott on the outside. Leads to an air ball, and here the Cardinals come out and running. Zorani has it poked away, able to get it back. And a foul in the lane. They will not give her continuation. It'll be on the sideline. And the Cardinals will bring in 5 new faces.
Paula Zorani doing a good job of forcing the issue there to create that foul. She's been playing so well on the wing. Interesting to see her move up to that one position.
Well, she's so aggressive, and has this uncanny knack to being able to get to the rim. And not just get there, but finish or find the right passing lane. It kind of makes sense for her to play the 1.
And something that they're taught inside is when you drive to score. And that's what she does.
Well, right there, Michaela Reedy drove to assist, and assist she did. That's Selena Juarez with the basket, and a foul on Reedy as she was cutting across, trying to stop the shot from Monica Massini. I think the Cardinals can live with that foul, considering the fact that that would have been an easy basket, but that is now the 4th team foul in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's the minus of that, because double bonus the rest of the way now. And there's the freshman.
That's Kelber from the corner, knocks down the triple, brings it to a 5-point game as Ryan wheels around. Around the horn it goes into the hands of Heimerdinger. Sterling dumps it down low. Juarez kicks it out. Heimerdinger changes directions, bounces into the lane, off the glass, but no good. The idea was there. Couldn't finish around the rim.
So we've seen the Cardinals, they had a week off, making some rotation changes with Zorani going to the 1 and Maya Walls going to the 3. See Coach Roof adjusting a little bit. When your leading scorer goes out, you got to do different things.
And right now, I mean, obviously it's early, only 6 minutes and 30 seconds have gone by, but it seems like these rotations have already panned out a little bit.
Wallner looks like she's going to be getting extended playing time now with Walls moving to the 3. The hardest part about the 5 position is playing the 2-on-1s on defense, and I think they like how Wallner does that.
Near side, O'Neal. Dangerous pass to Grizafi over to Zorani. Down low, Dimitrova. Euro steps into the lane, blocked, or at least disrupted on the shot attempt. Trapped right on the timeline, able to get it across. Nice job by Gilbert. Now down low, the shot put up off the glass, rolls off. The putback is good, and that's Rachel Sildowski.
Got to rebound that basketball there, corral it, and move the other way with it. Second chance points will kill you.
.253 opening period. It's a 1-point game and a foul before the shot attempt. That is the team's second and the first personal foul on Michaela Giammarino.
Cardinals doing a good job on the defensive end so far. Offense, not really knocking down any shots. Get everything inside.
Lindsey Brennan with the basketball. Hesitation move. Spins into the lane, kicks it out. Wide open three. Jessica Dolly. There it is.
The announcer jinx never fails.
It's the anti-jinx.
Great pass there from the freshman, Brennan. Another freshman to freshman connection. 3 freshmen on the floor right now.
Dolly defending right now on Gilbert, who goes across the court. Nice connection of passes. Leads with a 3 from Gia Marino.
Last year in the first matchup between these two teams, Carthage shot well from 3, 10 for 19, so they can shoot it.
Cooney dumps it off down low. Collicott kicks it out. Cooney the 3, bounces off the front of the rim. And finally a foul gets called on Dolly. And now heading to the line will be Massini with 2:01 to go in the first quarter.
Coach Roof does not like that foul, 80 feet away from the basket, sending the line for 2 shots. Just got to be smart there, and you see her talking to the freshman right now. Trying to be aggressive, tie her up, getting a jump ball, but the consequences show themselves here at the line.
Massini ties the game up at 17 apiece, and a new 5 check-in for the Cardinals. Sterling, Ryan, Dimitrova, O'Neal, and then all the way down in the front court is Caroline Heimerdinger, who is well off the screen right now.
So it looks like Ryan's going to be playing the 1, and Heimerdinger are going to be moving over to the 2. A lot of switching around here.
It's the luxury you have when you have 4 players, 25? Sterling will take a high arcing 3. Now a 3-on-1, and the Cardinals get back. Down low, and a foul called on, I believe this will be Ryan. It will be, so that's her first, and sends Sidlowski to the line for a pair of free throws.
Carthage seems like they're settling down, settling into this game, and really starting to take care of the ball more.
Free throw shooting has been good so far for the Lady Red.
73% on the season. That's you just touched on it there. That was going to be a key for me in this one. Is North Central? That's been an Achilles heel for them. Only 60% on the year and 73 for Carthage. That could come in big, especially with how much North Central can foul at times.
I'm sure we'll talk more about that as the game goes on and free throws become more and more crucial come game's end. Trying to pass it down low. Dimitrova had the passing lane cut off. 3, no. Nice rebound, Sierra O'Neal.
I'll tell you what, for a freshman, Kelber is smooth. You can tell she's got all the moves she needs.
Heimerdinger to the top. O'Neal drives, kicks Ryan. Ryan takes the 3. Can't get it to drop. Interesting pull there after she passed up on a wide open 3 earlier in the game.
She made one of those like that against Augustana, but it was more of a heat check shot.
Sterling saves it from going out of bounds, winds up in the stands. The Cardinals are coming the other way minus her. She's trailing the play, and here she comes straight away. Pump fake, drive, blocked underneath. Sidlowski with a brutal block. Heimerdinger the follow-up 3. Gets her own rebound into the lane, high off the glass. Wild shot attempt isn't good.
A little out of control right there, possession for the Cardinals. I'm going to see them try to get a better look on offense.
3, in and out, almost all the way down.
It's about 90% of the way down. It's a good looking jump shot though.
Really is. Ryan, her pass is deflected, and with 9 seconds left, Carthage can wait to get the last shot. Into the lane, scoop shot, no. Heimerdinger will allow the clock to expire, and the first quarter has come to a close. Carthage leads after 10 minutes, 20-17. And boy, was that first half awfully fast-paced. Even the referees right now are thinking, still got another 30 minutes of this?
I don't think there was a stoppage in play there for the last minute and a half or so. It was just back and forth, back and forth. You could see North Central was catching up to them. They were barely moving on that last defensive possession, and Carthage just blew right by them. They got a burst of energy somehow. I don't know how they kept going so quickly, but yeah, there's a very fast-paced first quarter, and you'll see that the rest of the game.
Sierra O'Neill actually bent over and was gasping for breath at the end of that final buzzer. So, first half, or rather first quarter, the Cardinals started out very well. At one point leading 15-7, but they allow Carthage to creep back, and now they're leading by 3.
Yeah, Carthage just seemed like they settled in. They had a lot of early turnovers, and the guards took their time on the press and didn't turn the ball over nearly as easily as they were. And right now, North Central, I think they have 1-3. They're not knocking down their jump shots right now. You got to hope those just start to fall. They're getting some pretty good looks, but Carthage is settling in. The freshman is doing a good job against the system, and you never know as a freshman what you're going to get against that, and they could sometimes come in and panic, but she seems very composed, and that's Mandy Kelber.
The inbounds, trying to go between the legs of Wallner. The shot up, tipped out. And now Wallner tracks down this one, and a foul will go the other way against Carthage. And that's against the backup big, Maggie Berrigan.
And with Walls out there as a 3 also, that gives you more of a dimension of rebound, a lot more height out there than you normally have.
Walls will take a deep 3, in and out, no good, to the sideline, and Kelber tracks it down. Here she is, all alone, near side wing. Shot fake and a drive by Harris. A lot of crisp passing right here for Carthage. Ends with a corner 3, knocked down by Autumn Kalis. Zerani with a wild shot under the rim and gets fouled. Bailed out, will go to the line for 2. But now Carthage has opened up a 6-point advantage.
This Carthage team so far, they're not afraid to pull the trigger from deep in the mid-range. They're shooting every open shot they get, and you can tell that's the game plan right now. You see a lot of teams kind of complacent and want to maybe try to go get layups every single time. They're shooting every open shot they get. And if they start hitting, that's scary because you get teams in this conference that are used to playing against this, and I think the coaches are kind of harp on them to make sure you go get a layup, but it's always possible against this system, and Carthage is not doing that, and it's working out so far.
Miss, but it's boarded up. 3 from Reedy is off the mark. Cooney tracks it down, and the Cardinals will reset. Zerani remains on the floor, even though the rest of her unit subbed out. 3 from Dolly, and she hits her second 3 of the night.
Dolly's the one that's hitting from 3 right now. I think she's the only one that's hit a 3 for North Central, and she is. They're now 2 for 14 from 3.
Deep pass, Cooney, the lone man back, a little jumper, no good, and that's the presence underneath. Anybody else, and you probably would have seen some sort of move and attack to the rim, but not against Jamie Cooney. She goes to work in the lane, spins around a couple of times, and they'll call her for a travel, picked up a pivot foot.
See Brennan check back in now for Zerani, and Brennan's made a couple of really good passes coming on the floor, inside and out, so I'd like to see the freshman keep doing that, finding her teammates.
So finally, Zerani gets a breather as Lindsey Brennan checks in, fumbled around in the front court. Shot from the baseline, rattled home. Morgan Harris with the basket.
Morgan Harris, she can fill it up. Like we said, she had 38 in a game earlier this year. Don't want to let her get going.
Reedy a 3 from straight away and well off the mark. 2 have gone by here in the second quarter. Carthage leads the North Central Cardinals by 4.
Yeah, with Cooney in there, they don't want to even shoot that layup.
Reedy has the rebound poked away from her, off of Massini and out of bounds, and the Cardinals will bring in a new 5.
It is amazing what just the presence inside can do for you on defense. We saw it last week with Augustana. It's not even just the block shots, it's the thought about even going in there to try to attempt that layup.
So Brennan actually remains out there with Zerani having an extended run as Brennan takes it herself and goes coast to coast with a nice offhand layup. Deep pass, deep shot. No make. Nice shot by Sterling. Brennan leaves it off for Anita. She'll drive left hand, can't get it to go, but Juarez the offensive board.
Juarez doing a good job working inside to get position.
Kick ball will allow the Cardinals to reset.
That's the disadvantage of the bounce pass.
Yeah, at least you get it back.
Can't kick a chest pass unless you get your foot up real high.
Grisafia the three. Off the mark.
Grisafia been struggling from deep the last few games. Like to see her get going here in this big 3-game stretch.
Hosian has her pass picked off by Sterling. Now the Cardinals out and running. Near side, Grisafia she'll try the other wing. And I think she'll stay on the near side from here on out.
On cue. Miranda Grisafia knocks one down, and that's a big one for her. And just seeing the ball go in is such a big difference for a shooter. It doesn't even matter if it's a free throw, just see the ball go through the basket.
Timeout taken, 30-second break called by Carthage. 6:38 to go second quarter, and the Cardinals have reclaimed the lead. And they've done it with a mixture of outside shooting and also really good defensive pressure in the second quarter. The big question is always, can they consistently do this from the opening whistle to the final buzzer?
Yeah, Carthage, like we said, I think in the first 3 minutes they had 3 turnovers. They finished the first quarter with 5. And both games they played last year, Carthage had 30 turnovers in each game. So I'm sure that was talked about before this one. Probably limit the turnovers under 20.
Long pass.
Speaking of the devil.
Towards the scores table, and stepping out of bounds is Gia Marino.
Never fails, does it, when you start talking about something?
It always seems to happen.
I think Ryan forgot she was the one there. Nobody was over there to get the ball.
Dimitrova spinning around, and she'll get called for a travel. She launched off that pivot foot. We've seen that happen twice now, once to Jamie Cooney and now to Natalie Dimitrova.
Trying to do the step through, but moving that pivot foot too much.
Cooney racing back to get to the spot. She does and forces a bad shot. And it's last touch by Shannon Ryan, but a nice job by Cooney to play that enforcer role under the basket. She now, has 4 or 5 blocks tonight in this game?
3 in the first quarter, I think. I don't know if they gave her one there, but I think it's probably still 3.
Making her presence felt on the defensive end.
And many altered.
Yeah.
That's not a stat, but.
Sidlowski goes right at her and puts up a left-handed, I don't even know what kind of shot that is, floater?
I think that was
runner?
Kind of caught Cooney by surprise there. Didn't think she was actually going to shoot that.
Heimerdinger near side walls, leaves it off. Shannon Ryan has the C part right in the middle of the lane. Heimerdinger cleans it up. And now Ryan from the near side wing deflects down, and she'll get her own rebound. 3 shots for the price of 1.
Ryan with 3 shots on 1 possession there. Trying to get one to fall. Seeing the corner wide open there.
Takes the 3, back of the rim. Walls gets fouled, trying to come down with the rebound. Gilbert.
And that's what I was talking about. Walls being the 3 there. You have a lot more height on the wing than you're used to having. And that's a 5 playing a 3, so that's a big difference in rebounding. That's the thing about the system. The positions are so important and tough to learn, not just easy to learn on the fly. And men's, you see kind of rare to play the 5 at sometimes. You can move all over the place.
It's kind of the standard game that the men play, is Dolly tries to roll one in, and it's last touch by Carthage.
The new small
you
ball.
know where you need to be, right. So if you're the big, you know that you have to be playing a post game of some sort, but in this particular scheme, a 5 doesn't necessarily mean a 5 on offense.
Well, when you hear 5, when I first started learning about this, when you hear 5, you think post usually, but 5 in this means the shooter, the trailer at the top of the key. The 4 is the one that doesn't shoot threes. That's the post inside that Calicott just did right there. That's the 4. So that was Tess Gotthard. She didn't want to shoot. She didn't have to shoot. She was inside always.
Knocked away, Rady, last to touch. Active hands.
I feel like she comes up so much in talking about, just when we talk about former stuff, is for Tess Gotthard. It'd been nice to see her play 4 years here, wouldn't it? You only got really 1 full year of her.
She would have had a lot of records or near the top of the record board with her style of play in this scheme.
I was looking back at some old box scores today. She had 30 points in 1 game in 15 minutes. But you're not shooting that much in a normal style either, so you're not going to get up that many shots in 15 minutes either.
Wallner will take a 3 straight away, rims out. O'Neal the rebound. Picked up her dribble, looking for somebody, anybody. Down low, Dimitrova goes to work. Opposite side of the block is good. Great move.
She's been working down there trying to get a post move going, and she got one to fall there. You'd like to see the Cardinals concentrate more on their shot selection right now, taking a couple too many contested jumpers.
4 minutes to go, and this one will wind up in the corner. Oh, right back into the corner. The shot good, but inside the line. So it's a 2-pointer for Sammy Woodward, another freshman from Franksville, Wisconsin.
Coach Roof is not happy about something on that last possession.
And a foul, and this will go against Carthage as Natalie Dimitrova was battling for the loose ball. That's the second foul on Bailey Gilbert, and the 4th team foul on Carthage, who leads by 1, 31 to 30.
3:39 to go here in this first half. I am probably about to jinx it, but I know something that Coach Roof's probably happy about. 0 team fouls so far this entire quarter.
Wow, look at that. Shot from Heimerdinger's off the mark.
Let's not blame me when it happens on this possession.
It's going to happen in about 5 seconds. Drive, kick, 3, no. Fight for the rebound belongs to the Lady Red. And now Massini goes to work and decides to go outside. Woodward, the jumper again, and gets a soft touch.
I see some shots start to fall for North Central. Still struggling from distance.
Underneath, Calicott gets the basket and will go to the line for a 3-point play.
Nice feed there from Cooney to Calicott, finishing through contact. Got a chance to tie it up here. Here's free throw shooting, Kevin. I don't think we've really had this might be their first free throw attempt. I don't think I've
Paula
talked about
Zerani had
she's 1
2
for 2.
earlier.
Yeah, 1 for 2 from the line. So Cardinals haven't really been getting to the free throw line. Only one person to show for it with Zerani. They've been getting the line a lot this year too. They've taken almost 100 more free throws than their opponents.
Cannot convert on the 3-point play, but how about this? The Cardinals have 1 free throw make and 3 3-point field goal makes. Kelber right there. Absolutely beautiful shot from the perimeter as Grizafi is off the mark.
That might be a
Massini
travel.
scratched for it on the floor, and a timeout called by Carthage.
I think Grizafi's three attempt there got tipped. Looked like there was a hand on that one, but good hustle on the floor for the loose ball and timeout for Carthage. And I'm sure they don't mind this timeout.
Not at all.
A little
I'm sure
break.
they're happy to get a quick breather in with 2:45 to go. But the fact that the Cardinals have 1 free throw make and 3 3-point field goals make, and yet are only trailing by 4, and yet led just a minute ago, it means that they're being very aggressive and they're converting on their opportunities inside.
Yeah, and this North Central team so far hasn't, like we said, hasn't knocked down the threes, and they're being aggressive going to the basket, not getting really any calls. I don't think the refs are missing any calls either. I think the referees are doing a good job with this game so far, but their defense is the reason they're in this game right now, and they forced a lot of turnovers early. Still haven't forced that many since, but still doing a good job on the defensive end. Carthage shooting the shots that they want to shoot, and you just got to hope they don't fall. It's scary to see Kelber knock down a 3 there because you don't know what's going to get the fire lit for her.
This would be an interesting research topic, but how often have teams outshot the Cardinals from deep? That one's last touched by Massini out of play. But right now, Carthage
in
4
terms
to
of
3.
3-point makes
3-point
or
makes.
percentage, I was going to say, I'm sure it's at.
Well,
But
percentage,
yeah,
I would hope
Not,
so, yeah.
And attempts, too. If they beat them in attempts, that'd be pretty impressive.
But how about makes? Because right now Carthage is doing it, even though the Cardinals have taken twice as many threes.
I'd probably say it's probably happened a handful of times in the last couple of years. Not many.
Not often. That one bounces out. The follow-up creates a foul as Hannah Vitkus will go to the line for a pair of free throws. Vitkus, a freshman.
Vitkus has been getting more playing time as of late. Doing a good job in there, especially rebounding.
A new line will come in. Selena Juarez will wait.
We'll see. We've been talking about Coach Roof adjusting with things with Walls and Heimerdinger moving around, Zerani. We'll see at the end of this game whether they win, obviously win or lose, but how many points they score, how efficient they are, if they're going to stick with what they changed or change it back up.
Deep pass, and Jamie Cooney racing to get back. Kelber outside Massini.
People always wonder why they let that pass happen. It's because they can't throw it on a bullet. It's really not that easy of a pass.
Lindsey Brennan outside Jamie Cooney. 3, Dolly trying to keep that right hand of hers hot as she hit 2 in that first quarter.
Looks like a little bit of a heat check shot.
Down low, Massini bangs away against Cooney. And a foul on Cooney. Michelle Roof not happy with that one, and oftentimes you won't see coaches very happy when fouls are called.
That's the first team foul, too.
Massini at the line, knocked down a pair earlier. Does so again right here.
Like we said, Carthage, good free throw shooting team, 73% on the year, and they're going to get to the line quite a bit today.
No good on the second. It remains a 3-point game, 37-34. Ryan, Sterling, Heimerdinger.
Closing quarters is important. Let's see if the Cardinals, well, that's not a good start to the close, but you want to try to get this one tied up or even take the lead, but at worst, keep it a one-possession game.
Kelber will inbound. Dimitrova right there. Trapped in the backcourt. Nobody's trying to shake free right now. Deep pass, Sterling having to try and get back there, and that's an easy 2 for Massini.
I think the problem with that is when Cooney's not back, they're not afraid of getting blocked. They just go straight up with it.
Sterling stripped on her way to the basket and fouled on the play is Shannon Ryan. Coming blitzing by is Sammy Woodward. So Ryan will take 2.
That'll be a, like you said, a 2-shot foul on Cardinals. Vitkus knocked down 2 last time. Got to get hot from the free throw line. They've made games closer and even lost games because of free throw shooting, and especially in a close game like this looks like it's going to be. You got to earn your money from the line. Carthage has shown that they're not afraid to throw that deep pass. And I think that's going to be talked about in the locker room for North Central.
Ryan splits a pair. Now here comes Kelber.
Good patience.
Great ball movement, too.
That's passing up a good shot for a great shot.
Ryan U-turns out. Now Sterling drives and kicks, and on the opposite side, Dimitrova all alone on the block.
Great pass from Sterling.
Thrown ahead Kelber, and wide open on the far side is Massini, and she's tied up. And a foul called on Sterling.
And she wanted a jump ball.
And for the second time in a minute, the referee will head over and debrief Michelle Roof on the thinking with that whistle. As Massini knocks down the first, 29.2 seconds remain here in the second quarter.
Cardinals 29 seconds, like you said, got to try to get a score, turnover score, and go into the half on a good note.
5-point game. Zerani near side. O'Neal cuts across the lane off the glass. Wild shot, no good. O'Neal drives again tries to put up a shot and comes up well short, looking to draw a foul. 10 seconds, long pass, 3-point shot, good. 3 seconds remaining. One has to get a shot up, and Zerani can't do so. And that is the end of the first half. Carthage gets the three that you were just talking about the Cardinals needing and take an 8-point lead, 45-37.
Talk about closing the quarter. Carthage did that. They closed the quarter very strong. Instead of a 1-point game and then 3-point game, we go into an 8-point game at half, and that's a big difference for Carthage and their confidence.
We'll go to the break, 15-minute timeout. We'll be back on NCTV 17 for the second half.
It will be Cardinal ball to start the second half.
Carthage closing out that first half with a flurry of baskets, and it's an 8-point lead coming out of the break. Lady Red 45, Cardinals 37. And we're off and running. Cardinals with the first possession of the second half. And Sierra O'Neill with the basketball gives off to Paula Zerani.
Got to see the Cardinals get going from 3 for 23 in the first half.
That's a good start.
Saw Grazafi make about 6 in a row at halftime, warming up there. So same spot, same result.
Grazafi with 1 3 in that first half. That's her second of the night. And Zerani trying to get the steal is fouled on the play. Gilbert picks up the foul. That's her second. Make that her third and the team's first.
Something I'll probably touch on again if it comes up. North Central, so far this season, they outscored their opponents by 17 in the first quarter, 28 in the second, 30 in the third, and 41 in the fourth. So they wear those teams down with the system. That's something to pay attention to here.
Cooney
every quarter.
Drive baseline and give off to O'Neill, and that makes a lot of sense. O'Neill off the glass, elbows around, no good, and Grazafi almost picking up a foul. Instead, Carthage breaks the press, and here they come into the front court. Kelber was so good in that first half as she shovels one off. Gilbert with the miss, Zerani the rebound, and here she comes.
Zerani, one of the better rebounding guards in the conference.
Far side, O'Neill pulls the three. No, Juarez. And they're going to say that was off of Carthage.
I don't agree with that call.
I don't either. That was definitely off of Juarez.
You could tell, I think it was underneath, was that, I think it
Sidlowski.
was Gilbert.
Yeah.
I think it was Gilbert turn around, and she's coming out right now probably because.
With the 3 fouls.
Yeah, and you turn around and she looks at the ref, are you kidding me?
Oops. Sterling puts the ball on the floor and tries to leave it off for Dimitrova, but too much traffic.
Was that a kick? It looked like it was rolling. You don't
Me
see
too.
the ball roll that much.
Up and under move. Beautiful conversion under the basket for Kelber. She's just a natural scorer. Really is.
Wide open over there.
Knocks down her third three-pointer of the game as well.
She's got 3 of the 5 today for North Central.
Grazafi the other 2. Both have hit here in the third. It's a 4-point game with 8:07 to play. Sidlowski just took a half a dozen steps as Sterling yanks down the rebound, and she's off and running. 5 on 3, near side. Dolly spots up again. No, but the putback isn't good either. And the tip now into the corner. Massini, little jumper is good.
And I think being 3 for 23 in the first half from 3, Coach Roof, something she's probably said was, we just got to knock down shots too in this. She can't make them do that. They've already have almost their total amount of threes from the first half in 2 minutes.
Gia Marino picks up the foul, her second. That's the team's second as well here in the third. As a coach, that's basically all you can say when you have a shooting team and you're not shooting well. Hey, keep taking them.
Yeah, and I think another thing you can say is something about closing that quarter. That was something she probably talked about in that locker room, is that was not a good close to the second quarter.
Harris brings it across midcourt. Bounce pass to Massini, near side corner. 3 taken, 3 hits by Kalis. And the lead blows up to 9.
Carthage just beat North Central at their own game.
Walls down low, Calicut. Good bounce into the lane.
Gallup got too quick down there to defend.
And a turnover on the baseline gives the Cardinals the ball right back. And right now, Carthage continues to have more three-point makes than NCC, 6-5. That does not happen often.
In the last meeting last year, the second meeting between the two after Carthage took the first, North Central won the second. It was a close game going into halftime, and North Central blew it open in the third quarter. So this is a big quarter for both teams.
That is off the leg of Gia Marino and out of bounds. Walls took the quick 3 there on the far side, and it looked good. It looked true. 7-point game. Heimerdinger gives off Cooney, left with too much space and knocks it down.
Cooney gets one to fall, 0 for 4 in the first half from 3. Finally, sees one goes in. And down there all by herself. It looks like they're not going to be able to get it to her.
Messini rather, and she finally gets it and puts it in. An easy basket.
They didn't get it to her quick, but got it to her eventually.
Ryan U-turns out. Atop the key is O'Neal. Had an open three, but couldn't handle the basketball. I think it's a layup instead.
O'Neal, the craftiest finisher that they have. She finishes from tough angles.
Overthrown near sideline, and it's picked up. That's over to Harris, down low, Messini. Into the lane, back to Messini, and Cooney with the reach around block.
Number 4. Heimerdinger bringing it up.
O'Neal trapped on the baseline and stepped out of bounds. I didn't see the call on the far side, but it is a turnover.
O'Neal shaken up as she walks behind the bench holding her knee. Those are the turnovers that Coach Roof can't stand, the fatigue ones, the mental errors. Turnovers are going to happen, it's just when they happen. Dead ball turnovers are the best, though, because they can't get it and go.
Kelber the miss into the hands of Brennan. And she gets it right back after picking up her dribble. Gritty drives, kicks, open. Sterling for 3. Strong. Tipped around a couple of times, and Brennan able to pluck it out of midair.
Brennan, a long point guard, does a really good job of rebounding always inside.
Dimitrova off the feed from Reedy is good.
Dimitrova with 10 points now. The freshman, like we said, she's really came on in the last 3 games or so.
Racing up the sideline to try and blanket Kelber. Far side, nice cut to the basket. Inside, no, but a foul. And heading to the line will be Maggie Berrigan.
I'll tell you what, Dimitrova did a pretty good job of staying with Kelber down that sideline. Kelber at a point guard, you'd think she'd outrun the 4 for North Central, but she did eventually. But Dimitrova stayed with her for a pretty long time. Look at Kelber right now on the floor. Crouched down. You can see the freshman, it's with her first experience against the system.
What is this?
It can get to you. You know there is definitely players that look forward to playing against it. The scorers will always want to play against it because you know you can go for a high number. We saw Redberger put up 42 last year. A lot of players probably have their career high against North Central. North Central doesn't care if they win, though.
No, that's the thing. Walls a 3. Missed a second time in this third quarter, but both have been good looks. And sandwiched under the basket, fouled as Kelber. Calicott take that back. It's Zerani with the foul.
That's her 3rd. She was in foul trouble against Augustana, and here we go again. She's got to be careful. You don't want to see her get 4.
Pokes this one away. Calicott underneath. Up and under move is good.
That's quite the aggressive play with 3 fouls. I don't care that she got it. You could always get called even if you don't foul her. And she goes again.
Yeah, pickpockets again, and she stepped out of bounds.
She knows one speed, and one speed only, and that's all out.
Go, 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 go.
I was talking to her after the Augustana game. She was saying it was the hardest quarter she's ever had to play in her life, she thinks. The way she could not have to foul and just be careful on defense.
No, thank you.
Because even if you don't foul, sometimes you get in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yep. It's tough to play defense when you know you have to be careful. Corner 3. No good. Cooney the rebound. Ahead to Zerani.
Especially when you drive a lot, you can always get called for a charge.
Outside Calicott, Zerani. Here's a drive and a shot. No, but a foul, and Zerani will go to the line with a chance to tie this game back up.
It's a hard fall to the ground there. We talked about it earlier. Last year, North Central in the second meeting when they beat them by 22, they came out in the third quarter and beat them by 14. So the third quarter for Carthage here at Gregory Arena, not treating them well the last 2 times.
Short on the first. Again, Carthage with an 8-point lead at the half, and now it's been whittled down to just 2. Chance to make it 1 here for Zerani.
Cardinals still from the free throw line. Now 4 for 8.
Make that 5 for 9. So they're right on pace for their season average of, I believe, around 60% so.
Yeah, right about 60 is their season percentage.
Trapped along the baseline with nowhere to go, and it's just simply thrown out of bounds, but the Cardinals only have to waste 2 seconds.
And it looks like, I don't think they're gonna, I would be surprised if Carthage didn't use a timeout here. And it doesn't look like they're going to. They're looking to throw it deep.
Tipped, and Reedy has it, and it's called a 10-second backcourt violation.
You gotta have possession of the ball. The ball can't be in the air, as she got rid of it beforehand, but that's really hard to do.
So it actually probably benefits the Cardinals to have Reedy not catch that basketball, because she was going to be in tight quarters along the sideline. Instead, they get the ball, and now Heimerdinger for 3. Looked awfully good. That rolls out of bounds off of Carthage. Last touch by Mandy Hosian.
North Central third quarter here, looking to make their run. And meanwhile, the men trail Wheaton by 3 with 8 minutes to go, 48-45.
They were leading 45-42 a moment ago. So Wheaton on a run. Sterling kicks it out. Reedy. Big collision and an offensive foul.
You can see the arm come out.
Taking that foul is Morgan Harris, and she was all pumped up after that.
It's about the easiest one, offensive foul for the refs when that arm comes out.
Juarez, the steal off the inbounds. Ryan blocked, but a foul. Woodward draws the whistle.
So far, Ryan only 1 point on the evening after her season high 18, so maybe getting a couple of free throws get her going.
Ties the game up at 56 apiece with 3:40 to play, third quarter.
Now they're right at 60% free throw.
There you go.
6 for 10, that's pretty easy math. I hope.
I hope so. Juarez very active right now.
Cleaning up inside. Juarez now with 3 offensive rebounds.
On the block, lefty shot skips across. Ryan the board. Sterling the 3, in and out, no good. Rebound yanked away from, and now taken away, and a foul called on.
They're going to be back to the free throw line.
Gilbert.
I think it'll be Ryan to the free throw line. They're trying to confirm who it's on, I believe, or who the shooter is. That's always the toughest part. You call a foul, and then you forget maybe who the shooter is because it's a cluster of people. That's 4. 4 fouls on Gilbert. Gilbert with 0 points in this one. Last year, she had 17 in the first one and 21 in the second meeting, so averaged 19 a game, and so far 0. That's a big missing piece right now for Carthage against North Central.
She comes out with 4 personal fouls, and the head coach of the Lady Red, Tim Bernero, visibly upset with the fact that he has to take one of his starters out because of a couple of foul calls that could have gone either way.
Free throw shooting coming back to get North Central again, especially on the miss there. Carthage gets it out and runs and scores.
O'Neal into the lane, fall away jumper, no. Dimitrova, the offensive board, goes to work. Up and under move isn't good either. 3-point shot, by the way, hit by Kalis, and now she has the basketball and pushes it out ahead. Kelber 3, skips off the back of the iron, but an over-the-back call against Dimitrova. Will keep the ball in the front court for the Lady Red.
4th team foul, so both teams now in the bonus the rest of the way. North Central there made the run, took the lead. Carthage right away, hit that 3, get it right back.
Kalis left alone, tries to bank it off the backboard from the baseline. That's not usually a recipe for success. Kicking it out, O'Neal, the 3, no. Fight for the rebound, left on the floor. And a jump ball will belong to Carthage.
Zerani had to be careful there, in there with our 3 fouls. Possession arrow is going to favor Carthage.
Fresh 5 checks in. Zerani looks a little gimp getting off the floor.
She's had that hip issue since Hawaii. Trying to play through it. 2 layers of padding she's been wearing.
Smacking that away is Calicott.
I think the argument right now for Zalowski is Calicott leaning over that little imaginary line. And delay a game warning, there it is.
Delay a game warning, North Central.
And North Central.
That's going to be for Calicott leaning over the line on the inbounds here. I never understood why that's a delay a game, but it is.
Yeah, because you got to reset the game. Delays the whole thing. Throw it away on the near sideline.
But you really don't on that situation. But I guess since
you do.
The ball went out of bounds,
Yeah.
they had to stop it anyway. Usually they'll call it before the ball's even inbounded if they see you leaning over.
Brennan, hands off. Dolly's been hot tonight with 3 3-pointers. Kicks it out to Brennan. Off to Reedy. Reedy down low, Calicott. Fall away. No, but Reedy the board. Twirling around in the lane, kicks it out. Cooney alone from the top of the key.
And a good job by Michaela Reedy keeping that possession alive in there.
Then Cooney picks it off. The head to Brennan, near side. Dolly, 4th time tonight. Yes!
And that's what North Central does. We talk about it every time we do these games, Kevin. It's the 3 steal 3 explosion from Lucas Mitzel.
Ear splitting. 4-point advantage now, 63-59, a full timeout taken by Carthage with 1:42 to play in the 3rd quarter. And that is exactly what Michelle Roof and company love to see.
Kevin, I want to ask you something. I know it's different in the women's game than the men's game because it doesn't happen in the women's game, but dunking used to always be the most exciting thing in all of basketball. With the change of game, I'll just use them as an example with Steph Curry and the Warriors. Do you think three-point shots have taken over that excitement?
I wouldn't say an individual 3-point shot. I would say probably a hot shooter is more exciting now than a dunk. Somebody who has now hit 3, 4, 5 times in a row, and in quick succession as well, that to me is really fun to watch.
The thing that amazes me about Stephen Curry is, I'm not going to talk about him for a long time. I'm just bringing it up. Is he's been the top of the league in 3-point percentage, not the top, but near the top. He's not a spot-up shooter. He's taking shots from the volleyball line. If it were there, he's taking step-back contested triple team. That's the thing that amazes me, and that's the thing that's exciting to me. It's not just spot-up shooting for these guys anymore.
An extended break coming out of the timeout as the referees are trying to discuss something with Tim Bernero on the Carthage sideline.
I guarantee you Coach Roof hates this. It's more rest for Carthage.
She wants to go.
Little men's team update for you. Wheaton leads 55-50 with 4:50 to play at King Arena.
That's a must-win for the men's team as well.
Hold
on, what is going on here? Some Cardinal fans have broken out in applause.
I think it's because North Central bench started clapping. I think they're just probably trying to get some energy going. I don't know if anything actually happened.
No, I thought maybe a technical was assessed, but everybody was still pretty calm. But I believe they were trying to sift through timeout situations.
They take one away from the wrong team, maybe?
I think so. I think what they've now done is clarified that Carthage, if I can read the hand signals correctly, has 1 full and 1 30-second timeout.
Okay. And that was a big break there for Carthage. They got to get their energy back a little bit after that flurry of threes from North Central.
Maybe a stall tactic. You never know. Sidlowski has it knocked away by Ryan. Sterling fighting for it. It's going to be a jump ball, which belongs to Carthage. Although, no, it belongs to NCC.
I think Sterling was thinking that might have been a quick whistle on the jump ball as she ripped it away. Almost got it off to, I think it was Heimerdinger over there on the right side in time.
Minute 25. Ryan outside. Heimerdinger splits a pair of defenders, kicks it out, and 3 in the key on Dimitrova.
It's always, I'm not saying it was a bad call because I'm sure it was, but it always happens the weirdest times. The 3 seconds in the key. It comes late in the game and you don't even, it's probably because the coach reminds the ref about it.
Yeah, Tim probably mentioned to the referee, hey, watch 22 camping in the lane. Again, thrown away.
Cardinals getting back to what they got early in the first quarter, some turnovers from Carthage, as it didn't happen much in that second quarter.
(63-59), 67 seconds remain, third quarter of play. And a foul call. I didn't see a foul, but Zerani hit the deck, and this should be free throws, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it should.
Zerani to the line. Shooting 2.
Carthage starting to pile up those turnovers a little bit now.
A lot of throwaways, especially in the second half.
17 turnovers now for Lady Red. Like I said, the two games last year they played, they had 30 in each. Don't know if they'll get quite there. I mean, they could, but they've done a better job in this game than the previous two at taking care of the ball.
Kelper breaks the press. Kalis down low, taken away by NCC. That's Grizafi on the swipe.
Good hustle by Grizafi to fill in that weak side.
Zerani outside of Grizafi, no. And off of Wallner. Thought that would have been a perfect spot for Grizafi to go solo on the steal and 3 by herself.
What's the baseball thing? They make a diving catch, come up the next inning, and always lead off with a single, right? Or a home run or something.
Yep. Then again, that may just be the way we edit it, but you never know.
It seems like it happens a lot.
Kalis presses it ahead, and this should be an easy layup for Massini, and it is.
That's what happens when the 5, in this case it's Wallner, gambles. You'll see it happen every couple times. We already see that's probably the 3rd time so far. It leaves him wide open.
Walls falling out of the lane, flips up a shot, which isn't good. That's a shot the Cardinals don't really like. It's neither high percentage nor a 3-point shot as Kelber takes, and Wallner brings down the rebound.
4 seconds. They didn't get one off last half.
2,
they gotta get one off here.
1. Zerani 3. Oh, I thought that was good. So the Cardinals in this third quarter outscore the Lady Red by 14. Make that 12. My math is not always perfect, but they outscore them by 12, and it's 65-61. Very good quarter.
Well, 14 was the one I was talking about last year in the third quarter when they blew it open here at Gregory Arena. So pretty close to almost the same thing, except a closer game this time. But a great quarter by the Cardinals. That little flurry kind of did it for them.
3-point shot returning for this Cardinals squad. How about Jessica Dolly tonight? 4 threes, and she's hit them sporadically to give the Cardinals a couple of boosts in the arm.
Your 2 leading scorers, both freshmen. Dolly with 12 and Dimitrova with 10. And yeah, Dolly hasn't been hitting from late from deep, and this game she has found it. And the Cardinals, this is where the fourth quarter, this is where it was always Mason Whipple time. This is where you need your seniors to really step up and take over.
Well, the unit that will start out on the floor right now is Cooney, Calicott, Brennan, Reedy, and Dolly. So she's rewarded for a fantastic game tonight and will start on the floor as we begin the final stanza of our ball game tonight.
Dolly, a really good-looking freshman for this North Central team, along with Brennan, Dimitrova, Calicott. They got a lot of good young players out here. And Wall's another one.
Almost taken away by Dolly. Down low, shot up, short. Here comes Brennan, near side Reedy, quick pull, short. Kelber the rebound, ahead to Gilbert, playing with 4 personal fouls. Stops on a dime, a shot good, banked home by Morgan Harris.
Straight on bank. Do you think that was called?
It looked like it was intentional, didn't it?
Yeah, those aren't easy shots, though.
Off the glass, and that's not an easy shot either, as Calicott dangerously close to picking up a foul. Harris splits a pair, goes to the ground. She's all right, gets back up.
Harris did a good job of just keeping the ball there.
Gilbert swung to the corner. Harris the three, no, remains scoreless tonight, and it's last touched by Reedy.
And it scares you that Harris can really get going at any time. You don't want it to be here in this fourth quarter if you're North Central. But you know what the common theme of North Central in conference games is? Close in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
With an exception of a couple wins against Milliken and Carroll, it's really been, even the three losses have all been good games.
By the way, I retract my previous statement. Harris has 4 points tonight. She was scoreless for a large part of it as Grizafi misses from three. And here comes Harris into the front court, lays it up and in, make it 6.
I think you were thinking of Gilbert, maybe.
Gilbert has no field goals. You are correct. That was Gilbert who is scoreless tonight as Zorani goes off the glass and somehow got the roll.
Because, yeah, I know I mentioned it earlier. You probably thought I said Harris, but, yeah, Gilbert scoreless. But they've limited Harris really well, too.
Both of those players are main contributors on the offensive end as Harris tries to throw it off of somebody's leg, and it's not successful as Harris whizzes into the front court and lays it in to tie the game back up at 67 apiece.
Those are the ones you need a turnover on. That throw it up and pray pass ended up working.
Juarez is hammered from behind by Harris, and that's the first foul on either team in the fourth. How about a quick update from Wheaton? It is a tied ball game at 60 apiece with 1 minute and 38 seconds remaining in the second half. The Cardinals have battled back from a deficit. And Jaquan Phipps just a moment ago hitting a pair of free throws to tie the game up as Cooney hits the shot. That's a two-pointer, 69-67. Now has to defend on the other end and draws the foul.
And I think you're going to see now with the game closer in the fourth quarter, Coach Roof, she'll shorten up the rotations a little bit, go with the hot hand more in the fourth quarter.
8 minutes to go in this one. We'll keep tabs on that men's game as well. Carthage sound apparent at 69 apiece.
Like we said, good free throw shooting team. That comes into play here in the fourth quarter, big time in a close game.
Taken away, Kelber racing out and laying it in with the offhand.
Live ball turnovers will kill you.
Ryan backs it out. Cooney hits the accelerator, goes to the hole, and gets fouled on our way there.
And it'll send her to the line. She has had a good second half here so far, only 2 points in the first half on the offensive end, at least. On the defensive end, she was good in the first half, but better offensive here.
Gilbert fouls out, 5 personal fouls.
And she goes scoreless.
Into the game for the Lady Reds, number 44, Montgomery City. Jamie Cooney to the line.
So Massini has to check back in.
Shooting 2.
And Cooney will go to the line for 2. As I believe Wheaton has just taken a 62-60 lead over the men's team with under a minute to play. First is good for Cooney. She could tie this one up with a second make from the free throw line. And she does, 71-71. Walls pressuring her along the sideline, thrown up, and Kelber brings it down. Corner, Harris shot fakes and drives, opposite way. Sidlowski misses, and it's brought down by the Cardinals and ahead to Ryan.
Good altered shot there by Cooney.
Heimerdinger's three deflects straight down, but Cooney there. And a whistle will stop play, and they're going to reset the shot clock.
I don't think they realize it hit the rim there.
And a fresh 5 will check in, which is odd because that didn't seem to be a dead ball. Perhaps Coach Roof asked for a substitution timeout, but
I think when it hit the whoever was keeping the shot clock there didn't realize the ball hit the rim and they never reset it. And I guess, I mean, shot clock probably doesn't matter to North Central, but the refs have to stop the game for that. It would matter for most teams.
Sterling drives, little crevice, and she gets fouled on the way there, and will go to the line for 2. Cardinals aggressive getting to the basket.
So far you've seen here in this fourth quarter, Cooney with 4 points, now Sterling driving to the basket. the seniors trying to score here.
Shooting 2.
7:05 to play. Knocks down 1 of 2, and the Cardinals lead by 1.
Free throw shooting here in the fourth quarter. He's getting a lot of it so far.
Tipped, and Sterling with the pick.
Deflection by Brennan is a huge deflection.
3, Reedy, no, and a foul on the floor. Calicott will draw it.
That's the 4th team foul on Carthage already. We are just under 7 minutes to play here, and North Central, the men, take a lead on a big 3.
Who was that? I didn't see. And Dolly wide open from the wing. Ooh, so close.
It's your favorite Koth combination.
Is that Tommy or Matt? I can't see.
It's a big one for the men. They need that one just as well as the women need this one here. They're battling here in the second half.
And it's just 34 seconds left over in Wheaton. Just, what, a 15-minute drive? Maybe not even that on a nice day.
Parking's not easy over there, though.
No, it is not. Sterling, her shot deflected.
Sterling looking
Carthage
for
with
a
it.
foul. Refs are going to not usually call that one, especially when they've called 4 early ones in the quarter.
Callis underneath, nice block off from Reedy, but Kelber the 3, bouncing around a few times. Sterling falls down, and the shot put up and in by Massini with no real size underneath, considering the fact that Sterling had fallen down on the plate. Dolly again. The high arcing 3 is no good, and Brennan wisely takes her arm out of the scrum, avoiding the foul.
Cardinals got to get back right now. You know, they're tired.
Sterling having to concede to Massini the jumper, and they wanted a travel call, and no call. And now Carthage up by 3.
This is big couple minutes for the North Central Cardinals right now. You're down 3. You don't want this to get to a 2-possession game. A basket here is much needed.
5:55 remaining in the fourth quarter. Zarani drives and has to peel out. Wallner at the top, over to Grzaffi. O'Neal thought about it. Zarani drives, the up and under shot with the left hand is good.
That's a big one for the senior.
My, oh my. Deep pass, Wallner racing to get back against Massini. Has to stop and kick. Gets it right back and goes to work against 42. Wallner split between a couple of Lady Reds, and 2 points for Carthage.
Right now, North Central on the defensive end really struggling.
On the baseline, Carthage plucking it away. 3-point edge for the visitors tonight. A foul counted.
No,
offensive foul.
That's a huge call. That's a 6-point game. That's a big difference. Wow.
That is a big call.
Carthage bench not enjoying that one.
They haven't enjoyed much of this game from the officiating crew.
That's a huge call that North Central really needs to take advantage of down on this end now. Got to get a basket.
Cooney over to Walls.
Cooney's had a good second half. Want to find the hot hand here.
Ryan kicks out Heimerdinger. Heimerdinger spots up for 3. Threes have dried up over the last few minutes. They just have not fallen the way they were early in the second half.
Cardinals, you're going to need one more of their little flurries right now, especially in crunch time.
4:37 to go, and a timeout taken by Carthage.
This is where it gets a little nerve-wracking if you're North Central, because Carthage is going to clamp down and really try to take care of the ball even more with this lead, and they're going to be looking for layups. They're getting them right now in the fourth quarter. North Central's giving up too many easy baskets.
playing so well tonight. From the outside, Jessica Dolly, 4 for 8 from 3. Jamie Cooney, 2 for 6. Miranda Grzafi, 2 for 7. But those are the only members of this Cardinal team to have hit a 3 tonight. Walls, Sterling, Heimerdinger have all taken more than 4 threes. Throw Reedy in there as well, but have yet to hit.
They really need to get those turnovers to force those turnovers to get it going on the offensive end, as that's what got them going there in that third quarter. We'll see Dimitrova check in for Vickers here, and we'll see how Coach Roof handles her rotations towards the end of the game. Erwin Henry to the line for the men as they lead by 1 with 21 seconds to go.
First end of the 1-and-1 is good over there. So it's a 2-point lead with 21 seconds left. We'll get back to that in a moment. At the next break, we'll inform you about the men's team. Massini backdoor cut, beautiful play, but it's missed.
That's the presence of Cooney inside.
Berrigan had a wide open layup, or so she thought, until Cooney stepped up, and then almost on the offensive end thought she might have had a game-tying 3 as well. Dimitrova the board, Ryan the cut, basket good.
Tell you what, Shannon Ryan's really good at going left. She did it a few times against Augustana. She hasn't connected as much today, but she has done a great job.
Skip pass across, and broken Berrigan. Callis blocked by Cooney again.
That's 5 blocks, I believe, on the day, or on the night, excuse me, for Cooney. And yep.
Ryan took one too many steps. But we saw Cooney a couple of weeks ago with a big performance against North Park, and especially down the stretch, a couple of threes, and then the block to win it underneath. It seems like she picks times to emerge as, you know, that big play to try and stem the tide.
She almost had looked like a big 3 there as well, but you really need your seniors, like you said, in the fourth quarter. That's the big time to step up.
Floater, no. Rebound amongst the trees, pulled down by Massini. Again, the offensive board, and it's going around, and finally Dimitrova winds up on the floor, and the ball out of bounds, and it's last touched by the Cardinals, and Dimitrova looks shaken up.
Slow to get up. Looks like she's a little gimpy on that right leg.
I think she's trying to take inventory of what kind of muscles are giving her fits. 3:40 to go. Deep 3, Kelber. No hesitation, and it touched the...
Thank goodness.
Yeah, that touched the rope above the basket.
And an offensive rebound. Good thing for North Central is going to be a big 3 there for Wheaton. It tied up, 6 seconds to go.
Cardinals can win it on a last possession shot. Here's Erwin Henry, and they're going to be going to overtime out in Wheaton.
It's always a good one in King Arena, isn't it?
Always. Double overtime game a couple of years ago that I'll never forget.
I remember that one too.
Grzafi a 3, near side wing, drains it.
Seniors in the fourth quarter, here they come. Turnover here would be huge.
Tipped out of bounds, belongs to Carthage.
Now you got to force them towards the North Central bench here, as they only have 4 seconds to get it across. You see Grzafi pointing the other way, and she got by her.
Harris outside, Massini shot fakes,
Ooh,
drives,
that was a travel.
And a travel called on Massini.
When it doesn't look normal, it's an easy time to say that's a travel. When it's not a fluid move to the basket.
79-77. Shot fake, Zerani bounces into the lane.
You could tell she wanted to take that little shot in the middle of the lane there.
O'Neal stripped, but Calicott right there to take it away. Again stripped. O'Neal has it swiped, and now Carthage racing the other end. And a blocking foul on the Cardinals, and that is the right call.
Yep, she was still moving underneath there, and you could tell.
Zerani was definitely sliding towards the near side block, and that's her fourth.
It's one of the toughest calls in sports, but good call there. And it's a big one. Carthage can take the lead here at the line.
Kalis at the line.
This is going to be their end-of-game lineup, it looks like. Well, you see Dolly running the table. They got Sterling at the 4 now. Obviously, she doesn't play that ever. So this might be what they have.
Zerani misses the shot. No carry called, and you could see the referee indicate on the near side that her hand was still on top of the basketball. Blocked by Cooney again.
And off of Carthage.
Off of Harris as well. Harris doesn't understand that. Now, though, oh my, what a block. Cooney at the top, drives, blows right past Messini. Her shot blocked, but a foul.
And it's been like this the whole fourth quarter. The seniors have really done a good job on the offensive end of really forcing the issue and taking command. Right now, 4 seniors on the floor with a freshman and Dolly.
First one rims out, no good.
Free throw shooting for the Cardinals. Why wouldn't it be big at the end, right? Misses both.
Gets the rebound, Dolly for 3. Can't get that. Grizafi just going right up and over the top to pull down the rebound.
A heck of a rebound from Miranda Grizafi.
It looked like she's done that 1,000 times, too.
And there's a not a good foul if you're Carthage right now, and you see the head coach right now calling the freshman over, trying to explain to her in the bonus, just take your hands off.
That's Kelber's second personal foul. She's been so big for this team in this game, keeping pace with the Cardinals. Kelber with 13 points, but she hasn't done it efficiently. 5 of 17 from the floor. She does have 5 assists and 4 rebounds, but a couple of turnovers and 2 fouls to go with it.
2 huge free throws from the freshman after 2 misses there. That's big for North Central.
Tied up. Possession arrow points Carthage's way, but now you take the jump ball off the table for Carthage to try and maintain possession down the stretch.
I think what's funny is North Central is right at 60% from the free throw line. 60.9, so I guess you could round up to 61, but still.
Look how good they're doing tonight. Cooney on the floor battling, and another jump ball belongs to NCC. A little sigh of relief right there from Jamie Cooney, who's had some shoulder issues this season, and you can see the arm sleeve on her left shoulder was almost pinned underneath. Came awfully close. That's a tricky injury.
I'm a competitor and I gotta go get this loose ball play where you can't be careful. Your mind can't let you be careful, let's put it that way.
You only then think about your predicament after it's happened and while you're trying to pull your arm out of where it is. Dolly at the top, Zerani. The Cardinals are working the shot clock as they're up by 2. Cooney drives, shot, foul, and she'll go to the line for 2.
And she's been forcing her way to the free throw line in this one. So far in this game now, this will be her 3rd time to the free throw line, and she just missed those last 2. You'd like to see the senior knock down a couple big ones.
Hits the first.
And we'll see if she makes this. If you're Coach Roof, do you drop back into your 2-3?
I don't know if you do necessarily with Cooney on the floor being able to enforce.
I think that's what she's going to do. When she calls timeouts, she's changing something because she does not call timeouts.
She will call a 30-second timeout, which she was emphatic about. No, I don't want a full timeout. I just need 30 seconds. But with 1 minute and 22 seconds, we've seen them do this before where they go to the half-court trap and allow Cooney to just be the enforcer underneath and allow basically nothing within, 5-10 feet.
And you want to force it inside to her like they did against North Park. Force the players to drive into Jamie Cooney in the middle. So far, Jamie Cooney, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 6 blocks, 2 assists, and a couple of steals. So filling up the stat sheet.
Yeah, seriously.
And meanwhile, North Central men up 1 with 2 minutes to play in overtime. And they will not pull back into their 2-3. We'll see what they're going to do here. There had to be something said in that timeout that was different.
Don't foul. But then again, they still have 2 fouls to give.
Oh, there they are. Yeah, now they're going to move back. I think it was just to show the pressure.
Waste another couple of ticks off the clock.
And they are going to be in their normal 2-3. They had their trapping 2-3 and the normal 2-3, and that's what they're going to be in now, the normal one.
Kicked out into the corner, Sidlowski. Cross court. Kelber the three. Yes! And now it's a 1-point game.
Freshman has ice in her veins. Now North Central needs one. Dolly looked like she was wide open for a second.
You know who's wide open? Paula Zerani.
Coach is yelling to get back. They're going to go back in their 2-3. Got to guard the 3-point line.
50 seconds left. Cutting to the basket, Sidlowski blocked. Massini, the follow through is no good but a foul. And it comes on Jamie Cooney.
I don't even know if she was a part of that.
That was the third on her.
Big play there for Zerani. You see Heimerdinger check in now.
She'll get Dolly out of the game.
Now you got an experienced lineup out there. Dolly's played a tremendous game so far, but you got a junior and 4 seniors on the floor. That's what it would be the same with Whipple as well, a junior and 4 seniors.
Massini misses a pair, and those are big.
Now, if you're North Central, yeah, there's Coach Roof saying, I think you want to run some clock here.
Serrani's just going to go to work with the isolation. Kicks it out, Sterling.
They are going to run some clock.
So right now it looks like Zerani is going to play that role that Mason Whipple typically plays, which is closer. Outside Cooney to close it here. Karam's off the rim and out of bounds with 17 and a half ticks left on the clock, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Carthage take a timeout, in which they do.
That was a tired legs 3. A little short on that one. And you can't blame him at the end of the game here.
Racing back and forth for the last few minutes.
It doesn't sound like a lot, but 18 minutes in a game for them is more extended. They're usually playing about 14, 15.
But it's not even 18 minutes in total. It's the fact that they've basically played the last 4 minutes of the game overall. It's those long stretches.
And now back over to the men's game. North Central with a 1-point lead still with a little over a minute to go. Wheaton with the ball.
71-70 minute and 1 seconds remaining. And that, again, we've echoed this a few times. Both teams in must-win situations tonight.
You can take over the play-by-play for this one.
I don't know if there's dissemination rules against this. Oh, and that's a travel called on Wheaton, so it's a turnover, and the Cardinals will have the ball with 49 seconds left. It's hard not to do the play-by-play when you have a mic strapped to your face and you're watching an exciting game.
Cardinals with some changes in this one as Koth, Capoletti, and Phipps all started as Henry, who's in the game right now, came off the bench. Coach Reardon's trying to shake things up, waiting for Connor to get back. And here we go.
Back to our game. 15 seconds on the clock, trailing by 3. Kalis takes no. Rebounded by Massini. Here's a 3 for Harris. Off the mark as well. And Cooney, tackled from behind, will go to the line to try and close out a win.
All she's got to do is make one, and you can send the Cardinals to 4-3 in CCIW play, and they got 3 game stretch here where they need minimum 2 out of 3 if they want a chance to make that conference tournament. And at home, you got to get it.
Big free throw here. And gets it. That should seal the deal for the Cardinals with a 4-point lead and under 5 seconds to play. And the Cardinals will bail.
And what I'm proud of from this North Central team tonight, the seniors really stepped up in the fourth quarter. Dolly and Dimitrova did a great job through 3 especially, and really carried them scoring-wise, but the seniors stepped up in the fourth.
Harris stops and pops for 3. And the Cardinals have beaten the Carthage Lady Red 87-82. And you can sum up the game with the expression on Paula Zerani's face. Excited, pumped up, and in good position now to be in control of their own destiny down the stretch in conference play with a 4-3 mark in the CCIW, 10-6 overall. And you nailed it on the head. In that fourth quarter, they came to play.
Yeah, especially the seniors. They showed up. Grazafi knocked down a couple. Shannon with 9 points, 3 for 8 from 3, and Cooney had 2 points at the half, finished with 16, so she had 14 points in that second half to go with 8 rebounds. and 6 block shots. And Ballas Randy did a great job with the 1, as you're going to see that, I think, probably the rest of the year. And she finished with 10 points. And then we talked about the freshmen, Dolly and Dimitrova. Dolly with 14, Dimitrova with 10. And a great job by the seniors.
Look across the board, and the Cardinals once again with contributions up and down. Leading rebounder Jamie Cooney with 8, Anita Sterling right behind with 7. Assist-wise, nobody with more than 2 with the exception of Lindsey Brennan, who has a team-high 6.
And only 10 minutes out there. That's pretty impressive. 6 assists in 10 minutes. I mean, she's making good decisions out there and finding her shooters or drivers, I guess, or slashers, I guess you could say.
Cooney 6 blocks, Sterling 4 steals. And the Cardinals emerge victorious tonight, 87-82. And that's a big win for the Cardinals. As for the men's team, it is all tied up at 71 apiece, and I believe we are now, oh no, take that back. Wheaton is at the line for 2. Well, we already know what the score is about to be.
At least make
so
one.
71, so the video's delayed, by the way, the stats. So Wheaton is going for the win right now with about 8 seconds left, and now we'll go to double OT. So we'll hop off the air. We hope you pay attention to that game because it is awfully exciting. But for now, we'll say so long. We'll see you on Saturday. So North Central, I take that back. North Central just hit a basket, but it was after the buzzer, so they do not count it. And that is the end of the game. So the next time we're on the air will be on, well, next Wednesday.
The men play at home against, I think it is, the schedule's all messed up this year. I think it is.
Well, they're playing somebody, and we'll have it right here. They're playing Milliken at home next Wednesday.
I was just about to say Milliken. I don't think Milliken's been here yet, and because Wheaton's the one. I was thinking Wheaton, but Wheaton's the one after that for Saturday. So both men and women will be at home. But yeah, another big one. The men need every win they can get right now, especially in this conference play. We're going to double overtime right now, but 2-4 in conference, correct, right now.
Yep.
And if they can win this one and get one more and get to 4-4, they definitely have a chance of getting back in the conversation for the tournament.
Thanks for tuning in. For our cameraman and producer, Chris Picciolo and Eric Gruber, my sidekick tonight, I'm Kevin Jackman saying so long. We'll see you a week from today right inside Gregory Arena on NCTV 17.